Good morning. We already seen how to draft formal invitations. Today we are going to look at to draft informal invitations. So how to draft informal invitations? Whom do we write informal invitations? We write to our friends and near and dear ones, our relatives. And when we are inviting them, we have to use very informal language. So the tone has to be very personal. So there has to be emotional touch when you are drafting the informal invitations. Because it is not official, but these are the ones who are very close to you. These are the ones who are near and dear ones. And therefore, the kind of language you use is a very important in the case of informal invitations. Now, in the case of formal invitations, they are generally the type of invitations which you find in the cards and all, and we usually print those cards. Now, in the case of informal invitations, not necessary that we print on the cards. We have to just draft a letter. Now, occasions can be birthdays, occasions can be inauguration, occasions can be wedding. So, for different purposes, we draft that. But remember what all are very important there? Name of the organizer and address. That is also very, very important, though it's an informal invitation. So today we are going to look at the informal invitations. So how to draft informal invitations? So first thing is it is very much informal. That means personal. So the kind of language you use will be informal language. So it is written in a letter form, in an informal format. And these letters are very persuasive in nature. You are very close to them. That's why you are persuading them. You have to attend. That's what you want to tell them. Because they are near and dear ones of yours and they will definitely attain that. And written in the first person. So you are writing to your friends or you are writing to those who are very close to you. So it has to be written in the first person. But in the case of formal invitation, you have to start not using the first person but third person. So there it will be third person. Mr. and Mrs. invite you for. So you have to write like that. Now salutation is dear plus name. Dear Raju or Rajkumar, like that it will be. Then complimentary close. How you write a letter, similar format you have to use in the case of informal invitations. So yours sincerely because you are very close to them. Date of writing the invitation is given there. Whereas in the case of formal invitation, you are not writing the date there. So sender's address appears on the left hand side. So it is the format of a letter there. So various tenses used to suit the sense. So not necessarily that only present tense, you can use different tenses there. That freedom is given here in the case of informal invitations. Now let us look at the main characteristics. Informal invitations follow the pattern of ordinary personal letters. So how the informal letters are there? Similar way it is written. So informal invitations are nothing but informal personal letters. So letters that are written to friends or relatives. Similar way you have to follow the same format here. Same pattern here. So these letters are written to relatives, friends and acquaintances. So let's see these characteristics here. So these letters are first or second person presentations. So usually you use first person as far as language is concerned there. Personal feelings and emotions find an expression. So here there is a scope for you to give emotional touch to your draft, to your letter. So the writer's address is given in the usual place. The salutation is usually dear plus name. So usually when you are writing the dear Shant, Sham, dear Shanta, so that way you can write because they are very close to you. The date of writing is given but the year is generally omitted. The style and tone are relaxed and informal since you are writing to your very close ones. So that's why the style, very relaxed and informal way you can write that. No need of using official language there. So different tenses are used as a sense demands. The complimentary clause is yours sincerely. It should be yours sincerely. How you write for the letters, informal letters. Let us see the features of an informal invitation. So first of all, what is the purpose? I mean, you are writing to your friends, to whom you are writing, relatives and acquaintances. And there's a particular occasion for that sake you are writing that. Now they follow the pattern of ordinary personal letters. So remember this. Then return in first or second person. Style and tone very relaxed, informal. Different tenses used as per the demand. The letters can be elaborative, explaining the details of the event. Here in this case, you are explaining all the details about the event. So what all are going to be there? So since you are very close, that's why you are giving all the explanations to them. Now here the format is of a letter. So format of an informal invitation. Let's see here. So personal letter, you are all familiar with all that. So let's go to this format. Sender's address. The sender's address is usually put on the top right hand corner of the page. So when you are preparing for the invitation, you are preparing for even letter writing. Or if you are prepared for letter writing, then it is easier for you. Date. Expand it. Now the sender's address is followed by the date just below it. That is on the right side of the page. So formal invitation is altogether different and informal invitation altogether different. So you have to remember that when you are drafting the invitation. So if it's a formal invitation, it's an official language which you are using and what is required for formal invitation, that is to be drafted. The sender's address is followed by the date on the right side of the page. Okay, this is the date on which the invitation is being written. It is to be written in expanded form. Then receiver's address. Subject, then we sum up the purpose of writing the invitation in one line. This helps the receiver focus on the subject of the invitation in one glance. It is important to underline the subject. Then salutations. This is where you greet the person like dear friend or dear Sham. You are addressing the invitation. Then body of the letter. How you are drafting that letter. Similar way, body of the invitation here. Then complimentary closure. So you are sincere, you can use it. If it's a friend or a very close relatives, yours lovingly you can use them. Mention the name given in the question paper. Do not mention your personal details. And at the end, you can write the designation. Now let us go to these questions. How to draft informal invitation, that's what you have to keep in mind. It is just like a letter. So first we'll take a first question over here. Rohit has got success in CBSE PMT. He wants to celebrate his admission to Shivaji Medical College, Nagpur, by throwing a party to his friends. Write an informal invitation giving details of venue, time and date. Do not exceed 50 words. Whom he is inviting? He is inviting his friends. He has got admission in medical college and that's why he wants to give a party to his friends. So when he is drafting an invitation, then he has to use what kind of language? Informal language, and it will be informal invitation. So at first address, very short, 33 bar 427 Priya Vihar, New Delhi, 15 July 2000 2020. Dear Varun. So when he is writing that, he will write letters to all those friends whom he wants to invite, and he will write their names because it's a personal one. Dear Varun, you will be glad to learn that I have secured 80th rank in the CBSE PMT competition. I got admission in a prestigious institution, Shivaji Nagar, Nagpur. I want to share a few happy moments of my life in the company of my old mates at dinner in the Hotel Kanishka at 9 p.m. on 23rd July 2020. Please join the celebrations and merrymaking. Yours sincerely, Rohit. Remember, it's an invitation, but it's an informal invitation, just like a letter. That is what you have to remember. You are Leena Sen. So, who is writing that? Leena Sen. So, this name also keep it in mind. The wedding of, because at the end you have to write the name. The wedding of your elder sister Reena Sen is going to be held on the 15th May 2020 at Hotel Lakeview, Udaipur. Write an informal invitation to your friend Winnie requesting her to attend the function. So here you are inviting for wedding. But you are inviting your friend for wedding of your elder sister. Okay. So at the beginning they have given the name. What is to be written after yours sincerely? You know that. At the end what should be written? You have to write Leena. No need of writing Leena Sen. You can just write Leena. That is enough. Okay. And the name of the place also it is given there. Venue. So you can mention about that also. And date is given there. Now let us see how we can invite for a wedding. And remember it's an informal invitation. So it has to be in the form of a letter. Personal letter. So at the beginning the address. No need of writing your name. Leena Sen is given there. At the end you see here only Leena is written because she happens to your friend. No need of writing full name. Leena, that is enough because your friend is calling by that name Leena. And your address, no need of writing your name there. Short address you can give 4357 Vasant Kunj, Rajnagar. 1st May 2020. When you have drafted this, that you have to mention there. Date you have to mention there. Dear Winnie. So how you are calling your friend? If somebody's name is Rajkumar, you are not calling him as Rajkumar. You are calling him as Raju. If you call somebody as Pinta, no, how you call him? So that you can write. There is absolutely no problem. And then the matter, body of the letter. You will be pleased to know that, and here the language has to be very formal. You will be pleased to know that the wedding of my elder sister Reena Sen is going to be held on the 15th May 2020 at Hotel Lakeview, Udaipur. So this is very important. Date, venue. The whole family will move there in the morning. I invite you to join us at lunch in the hotel on the 15th. The wedding ceremony will take place at 8 in the evening. I do hope you will join us on this auspicious occasion. Then at the end, the complimentary close. What is written there? Yours sincerely. And at the end, the name Leena. Don't write Leena Sen, just write Leena. And on the top also, though you are Leena Sen is given there, don't write that name there. So keep in mind how the address is written. So first address, then date. Then here salutation, dear Winnie. How you are calling your friend like that. Then body of the letter. And at the end, when you are concluding that, I do hope you will join us on the auspicious occasion. And end with complimentary close, yours sincerely. And write very short name, Leena. Don't write Leena Sen because you are inviting your friend. So no need of writing Leena Sen. Let us hear the question first and the answer is also given there. You are Ankit Verma. Your friend from Malaysia is staying in the hostel. Invite him to join Diwali celebrations with you at your residence. So here you will find that Ankit Verma, what is given there. At the end it is written there. No need of writing that. You can just write Ankit, that is enough. Then you see here whose address is written there. That is Ankit's address. 315 Bar 2 Raja Gardens, New Delhi. Short address without name. Because you know that who is writing there. His name is written there at the end. Then date 25th October 2020. Date. Don't write XX, write 2021 because they have just given their XX, but you can write 2021. No problem. Dear Surunaik, you have to write the name of your friend. Don't write dear friend Surunaik. You can just write dear Surunaik. And for every friend, you are writing like that. So that is the reason why it should be written like this. You know that Diwali, the festival of lights, is approaching. Body of the letter, not very big. It gives me great pleasure to invite you to Diwali celebrations at my residence. We shall have great fun. Do join us for the puja and Diwali celebrations. There are only 3 sentences here, but remember that when you are writing it, it should be in 50 words. Keep it in mind that you have to draft it for 50 words. Some more details you can give here. It's very short here. You can give some more details. And at the end, yours sincerely. Because whenever you are writing to your friend, what should be the complimentary clause? Yours sincerely. The person whom you know, you can write sincerely. And at the end, you can write Ankit. So let us look at this question now. Write a letter to a friend inviting him on the housewarming ceremony of your newly constructed house. So your father has constructed a house very recently and you want to invite your friend for housewarming ceremony. So now some name, now Arun is inviting everybody. Now 27 Urban Estate, Sector 15, Karnal, 25th July 2020. Dear Vinith, I invite you at the housewarming ceremony of our newly constructed house in Urban Estate. The Havan ceremony is at 10 a.m. It will be followed by lunch at 1 p.m. So what all programs are there? You can write all those details in this letter only. Because here you are not giving program overleaf there. You are not giving details about the program on the back side of the invitation card. So here you have to give all that because you are drafting a letter here. Kindly do join us on the auspicious day. I'll introduce you to my parents and close relatives. Yours sincerely, Arun. You can just write Arun, that is more than enough. Let us look at this last question now here. You are Naveen or Neha. Usually the examination they will give 2 names, but write one name. Don't write both the names. Here you can see here Naveen or Neha. Similar way it is written. Don't write like that. You write either Naveen or you write Neha. If you are a boy, write Naveen. If you are a girl, write Neha. Absolutely no problem. The secretary of the youth club of your locality. You are organizing an inter-school group song competition. Invite a prominent musician to act as one of the judges. And you know that person and you are inviting him as a guest or you are inviting him as a judge. How the format should be? It should be very informal. You want him to be a judge there. Youth club, Nainital. So if you are inviting chief guest also, you have to draft very informal letter. And if you are inviting a judge also, you have to draft very informal letter. Youth club, Nainital. Naveen is a secretary or Neha is a secretary there. So secretary, youth club, at the end you can write, or on the top it is written there youth club Nainital, so there is no need of writing again there down. So 5th December 2020. Dear Mr. Khanna, see here how it is written. Yes, dear, but he is an elderly person. You have to give respect to him, Mr. Khanna. I shall feel obliged if you kindly spare some time from your busy schedule and consent to act as one of the judges for an inter-school group song competition to be held on 24th December 2020 at 2 p.m. in the community center, Dehradun Road. Kindly confirm your acceptance by 10th December. Yours sincerely. Write only one name, keep it in mind. And what are you? You are a secretary. Youth club, you already written on the top. No need of writing. You can just write the designation at the end here. Remember, you are inviting him as judge. That's why you are writing the designation. You need, when you are writing to a friend, no need of writing anything there. Because your friend knows that you are a friend. Right? But if you are inviting chief guest, if you are inviting judge, then in that case, you have to write your designation. I hope it's all clear to you. Thank you. Goodbye.